See, hi. When are we gonna go down, Daddy?
We gonna do what?
It's for anybody else, ladies that wants to.
You've already ate. You want some more?
Yes. We didn't ever finish.
Y'all got to eat before the adults did, and they finished before you did.
Yeah, but we've been in here the whole time.
Nobody's gonna steal your plate. It's still there.
No, I told
Does
you.
everybody want to stand or anybody
Anybody
want
else
to
want a
sit?
chair?
Okay, we're gonna have fun.
It's only gonna take 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm really just kidding.
You need some help with that, Bob?
No, I got it. You stand there, hold it, keep it from falling. There you go. Since opening in March, we've acquired a bunch of new faces and had a lot of help. Conchie and myself want to thank everybody for being here. And we've got some certificates of appreciation to pass out. These are in no particular order. I'm going to give you the honor of reading it out loud.
Alrighty. Guess we can do, should we do them like we do the students? Front and center?
Nah, just make them stand up and come get it.
Okay. Miss Wise.
Maybe we just read one.
Certified on the 17th day of December, we wanted to recognize you for all the help you've given us. Participation, contribution, support, and dedication to the continuation of Blue Dojo growth and heritage. And we need to sign a bunch of these.
We have to sign them. We did not sign them yet, so
We'll have a signing party afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards we'll have to sign it.
before we leave. Miss Krista Smith.
Yeah, that's fine.
Miss Krista Smith has graciously volunteered to be our resident photographer.
We do appreciate
When
that.
she posted all these pictures she took tonight, as in others she's already posted, I'll send you the link to her website. That's Trevor Smith's mama. Trevor, raise your hand. There he is.
And, well, you got his brother with him too.
And there's his brother and his sister.
Gang's all here.
I've seen some of Krista's work. She does.
Mr. Doug Salisbury. For all his help with the food. Doug's got the food over from the old dojo to here.
Appreciate your help with that.
Miss Teresa Stockstill. She helped with all the paintings on the wall.
She did love this.
She's also the mother of my best grandson in the world. Where is he? Oh, that makes you my daughter too, don't it? I'm sorry.
And there is a family resemblance there.
Mr. Robert Grimm. He's out of country.
Yeah,
He's out of country.
You can accept
Well,
his.
Well, hang on a minute.
And Griselda Grimm.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your help at the zoo.
Boo Zoo.
Boo at the Zoo, for those who made that. We had a lot of fun with that. Sitting there and watch the otters. Directed by the Otter House.
Mr. Sean Keith, he's not here. Originally, he paid for a lot of the decals we had down at the dance studio out of his own pocket. He turned us on to Gator Graphics, who made the new decal on the front door. If you ever get a chance to use those people, use them. I'll tell you why more later. Take his.
That's Max's dad.
That's Max's dad. He also designed our website. You never been on it? What's the website name?
MidwayBlueDojo.com.
Midway Goo Dojo.
.com. 10 green. Helped us out immensely over the years. And I think it's going to be contributing more as time goes along. We're in the process of actually adding martial art. It's called Sistema. It's Russian for the system. It's a completely different concept, and it's going to be a lot of fun to play with. It's more of a research type deal. Anyone interested, talk to me about it later. You got to keep in mind, the Soviets had several decades that they did scientific research into all martial arts, trying to come up with the best way to do what we love to do. And they got pretty good at it. And anyone ever saw Spetsnaz in action, you would know what we're talking about. again, thank you, sir.
Mr. Antonio Salazar. Ika Salazar. Miss Ika is, I always thought I could sell an Eskimo refrigerator. When it comes to talking the spiel that we were given at the Gulf Breeze demo and the zoo, at the zoo booth, this woman could sell an Eskimo on popsicle and swear up and down it's a piece of fish.
It's true.
Appreciate all your help and all you do.
You guys are wonderful.
Julian Salazar.
Appreciate it, bud.
And the expo.
And the expo.
Awesome. Thank you, Julian.
Awesome.
This next person, not only is she a student, she has become our resident yogi. She is very instrumental in everything we do around here. A lot of the stuff we couldn't really do without her because, well, basically she keeps us straight. Except when she goes out for celebrating birthday on margaritas. Miss Tina Green.
These need to be signed. The other two is in the front.
And don't forget, anyone who's available,
Yeah.
we do have morning Tai Chi and yoga now. Yoga's at 9 and Tai Chi's at 10. And we're looking at, you know, any aerobics instructor, Zumba, any of those kind of classes, someone who's looking to pick up some time, we would very much like to keep this floor as busy as possible. Because the busier the floor is, better off our, the bottom line is, we don't have to harass people all the time.
We attended 5 tournaments this year, and then one of those was including the US Open.
That
We
is-
had our best showing this year than we've ever had in the years. That's what the demo, the thingy was gonna show you, but for years, we only took a handful of students to the US, to Atlanta, and a few local tournaments. This year, we hit them hard. Just to give you a real quick rundown, we have gotten, this year alone, of course, the names are all over this thing. Let me give you quick names. Adrian Salazar, Austin Wise, John Grimm, Sidney Rutherford, Jacob Maynard. Almost every student in here has at least attended at least one tournament, and they've all placed. Most of them have at least placed first or second. We have gotten a total of 18 first places this year, 15 seconds, and 11 thirds, and 4 fourths. 2 of the fourths were actually ranked because they were actually given at the ISKA US Open. Those were received by Daisy Brewstad and Matthew got a 4th in the US Open. We decided to give a point system this year. And what we did is by how you placed at the tournament, kids, y'all listening? For first place, you got 3 points. For second place, you got 2 points. For third place, you got 1 point. It's the same way they do it for all the international tournaments. The only exception is if you went to the US Open, it goes 4, 3, 2. Okay? The point standings are for this year. Calissa Salazar, 29 points. Adrian Salazar, 18 points. Matthew Ferguson, 9 points. John Grimm, 8 points. Sidney Rutherford, 8 points. Jacob Rutherford, 7. Austin Wise, 6. Jacob Maynard, 4. Alyssa Wise, 4. Tina Green, 2. If you wish to find out what they actually placed, they're all right here. I was going to go over it, but I'm hot. Now, due to this fact, Hanshi and myself decided to do something we've never done before. 2 things we've never done before.
New traditions.
We're starting some new stuff. That's wrong. That's the wrong one. Miss Rachel Cummins got a certificate too, and she's not here tonight.
for it to fall off. Oh, you have to be.
I don't know. He was here and I saw it.
Sure if I stuck to the back of
Yeah, I got it. Static electricity's great. We've decided to give 2 awards out this year, and in order to distinguish those people, they're going to be presented with the first time ever of a red color to be worn with the uniform. The competitor of the year, due to her continuation of attending all the tournaments and her continuation of doing best, members of the Midway Budo Dojo, Homebro, Shibumi Do Karate do convey upon Calissa Salazar the recognition of your accomplishments and participation in competition and continued growth and heritage of the Budo Dojo. Competitor of the year. These shirt can be worn at any time during class, anytime you want to. Thank you, very good. You want this one too?
Did y'all show it off?
Yeah, we showed it off. This next award is a Student of the Year. About the middle of the year, we started Student of the Month. Everybody who received Student of the Month, raise your hand. I know Melissa did. One person lost our little Student of the Month patch. We won't discuss who. Miss Green was Student of the Month 1 month. We did kind of pick a couple, but when we lost the patch, we didn't carry through with it. So we decided to pick the student that we thought had given the most progress. This young man has continued to show leadership. His abilities have grown. He's come out of his shell.
It's loosening up, not quite so.
In recognition of your compliments and participation in competition growth in Heritage Budo Dojo, Mr. John Grimm is Student of the Year. Again, you get the first red t-shirt.
There you go.
The red t-shirts, the
I
red
knew
is
you
going to...
needed a new one, John, so.
When I picked out the red t-shirts, Hanshi told me, you can't do that. I said, what do you mean I can't do that? He said, I have red for special occasions. I said, this is a special occasion. We are officially going to change the rules. All students are required to attend at least 1 tournament a year. Mandatory. No ifs, ands, and buts. We're going to have car washes and everything here at the dojo. We're going to take some of the money on movie nights. It's all going to go to a kitty. We're going to allow the students to pull from that to pay for their own tuition, own competition fees. That way, all y'all got to do is get them there. Okay? We're doing this because the group of kids we've had who have continually gone, it's five kids. They've always done real well. They've loved it, and they keep going back. We've also decided we're going to form a competition team. We have always kind of looked down upon the guys that do this because they really are kind of show-offs, but we decided, you know what? The last tournament we did 19 trophies. Out of 19 trophies, all but 4 of them were first places. I forget what the other ones were. So that's how good these kids are doing. Due to this fact, we are going to attempt to get some corporate funding. It is going to be called Team Shibumi. And unlike my wife typed originally, Team Shibumi It. That's why she took the T out. The team is going to be paid to go to the U.S. Open. There's going to be no testing to be on the team. Your only requirement is class participation and going to at least a couple of tournaments, and you have to go to the Open to be on the team. In order to avoid cost and expense for the parents, I know it cost me close to $1,200 to get Matthew down this year. I don't know what it cost everybody else. The Salazars went and took all 3 of their kids. We're going to have some corporate sponsors. We're going to attempt to get some. We're going to ask the kids to help raise some money and get some little help out. We're going to put all that money in a separate kitty to where we can actually pay all their tuition into the tournament, pay half of their room expense, and help with the gas expense. Hopefully we get enough they can actually rent a van and we all go down there together with a couple of chase cars. The only requirement to be on the team is class participation, tournaments, and your commitment to go to the U.S. Open. This letter will come out to all you parents who want to do something too. Your kids will get something later on. The team colors are gonna be black and red. We've already picked out the uniform. If we get enough money raised, we're gonna provide the uniforms. This is the way, because we didn't want to make this as something the parents had to pay extra for, and their kids couldn't afford it, and we're not gonna do that. That's why we're gonna try to go for the corporate sponsors. The first thing we're gonna do is buy the uniforms, and then all the money from that will go to help get them down there. If we only get enough to take the first top 5, we'll only take the first top 5. And I'm saying first, because we've already picked the first 5 members of the team. They are as follows. Alyssa Wise, Austin Wise, stand up. Who's there, stand up? Oh yeah, Matthew,
Matthew and Salazar.
and the Salazars. Stand up, stand up. We picked these 5 because they have won the accumulation of more points than any other students we've ever had, not just what's sitting here. Ms. Salazar is already a world champion. She's competed at the Battle of Atlanta.
Ms. Salazar is our
Ms.
current
Salazar
world
is a
champion.
current world champion.
Last year, Ms. Wise was a 5-time world champion. She won 5 first places.
These 5 people will definitely be on the team this year. The other 5 spots are open. Later on, I'll get a letter of commitment that you have to sign, get your parents to sign. Because the thing about it is and I want the parents to understand that we're not gonna make this a competition, and we're not gonna make it a thing about money. If we get enough money to take them down there, and we only get enough to pay 5, we're only gonna pay for these top 5. If we get enough money to take all 10, we'll pay for all 10. If the children make the commitment and wanna be on the team, and they agree to hit a couple of tournaments locally and go to the Open, and we don't get enough money, they don't have to go. Okay, we know it's a big expense. We've figured out it takes about $500 to get a kid down there per kid, and that's hopefully that'll cover everything for the kid. Some of my expense with him was me and my wife both went also. So we don't want to make it a competition. We're not going to make them try out. And I don't even, the best example I've got is I would love to see Trevor Smith on the team. He's never been to a tournament. He's grown real fast. He's the fastest little yellow belt we've got, by the way. He's almost got the next one. I'm gonna let that cat out of the bag. And that's a perfect example of is they don't have to actually try out. It's gonna be, do you want to or not, and commit and be here.
And how much fight's in the dog?
We are proud of the fact that every time these kids go, these 5 kids can hit first and second every time. This one right here blew our mind last time. If it wasn't for the last tournament, he wouldn't be on the team. But this guy blew our mind last time. This one here is the biggest goof off in class. But you turn a switch on when he hits that floor at a tournament. And this one over here is just like that. He's getting like that. We pride ourselves in the fact that a lot of our counterparts, when we posted the picture of our black belt for this, they laughed at us. That we were bragging that we only had 10 black belts in 15 years. I have 3 others that Tony had nothing to do with, but yet we're proud of that list out there. And not counting me and him, that's 8 black belts in Shibumi-Do in 15 years. And we're looking forward to the 2 more, or 3 more now that John's got his brown belt very soon, within a year. Once they make brown belt, they have a year to go. Y'all can sit down. We want everybody to understand is, when you see these 9 and 10-year-old black belts out here, by the time these gentlemen and ladies make it to black belt, they're 2nd degrees. Because we teach them so much. We teach them stuff that most people don't teach. We want the kids already know this, but we drive them hard. We've made a lot of new rules since we moved in here, and we're happy to have everybody, and basically, that's it. But, one more thing. I found out something about this gentleman that I did not know, which is surprising. I thought I knew everything. Boy, do I know some stuff. How much money you got? I have been fortunate enough to own 2 schools and be involved in 1 other. Full-out schools. Found out this gentleman has never had a school outside of a gym, a hospital, a church, or the Y. This is the first time he's ever owned his own building. And The kids know that now too, I told them tonight. And it's one of those things that it just, my light bulb went off again with this guy. This guy is our Hanshi, correct?
Sir.
And we're all gonna do great. So we're glad to be here, and we're glad y'all are all here. So, go eat some more. Madote, that's the command for line up. Yeah, let's flip out, I'm on the wrong side of you.
Shomen Nire. Hanshi Nire. Jian Nire.
Class dismissed.
I don't normally have time to talk.